Guys, it's the run up to 3-year anniversary of Pokemon Masters. And you know what that means. Bait units, bait units, bait units. But wait, we only got one new sync pair? Or is Signisus Steven 4 in 1? Meanwhile, Master Fairy runs! Yay! Are they worth your gems or not? In this video, we're gonna discuss. So with that said, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, comment if you're scouting. Let's do this. Here we go. Yo, yo, yo! This is Sol, also known as SPL also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, your Ice Team Skull Grunt. This is Pokemon Masters EX, guys. It's the second half of the August Datamine. Here come the real bait units of the game. We have Signisus Steven coming out on August 10 to August 27. We have Maxi and Archie coming on separate Master Fair Scouts starting August 15 and ends on October 1. You have a lot of time to scout for Maxi and Archie, a lot of time. So before I continue, I would highly suggest you to hold on to your gems if you haven't gotten Maxi and Archie yet. Because, you know, they'll be staying past the anniversary. Meanwhile, Signisus Steven is staying only before the anniversary happens. But we will know the anniversary units before he goes away. So the data mine is gonna happen probably on August 25, 26, or somewhere along those dates. So if you can wait a little bit, you can hold on to your gems, not scout for Signisus Steven yet. But one thing, guys, as you might know, we have an extreme battle event right now. Battle Hoen's Best or something like that. I think by having either Maxi or Archie in your group, in your team, in your roster, you will have a much easier time defeating the stage. But, you know, Zinnia or Rayquaza, Zinnia's Rayquaza is gonna have a Mega Evolution soon. So that might also help you finish the stage and not requiring these two's help. But as you might know, Signisus Steven is a Pokefair Scout. Meanwhile, Maxi and Archie are Master Fair Scouts. Pokefair Scouts, 10% chance of getting a random 5-star. 2% chance of getting Signisus Steven. Meanwhile, Master Fair Scouts, 12% chance of getting a random 5-star. And a 1% chance. Just a 1% chance of getting either Maxi or Archie. But then, you get presents for the first 5 multi-pulls that you do on their banners. Either 5-star power-ups or candy coins. Something like that. So there are benefits to scouting, and for those who have scouted before, yes, the presents return, which for me sucks because I have them both at 3 out of 5 at least, and now I'm gonna have to scout for them. That's 30,000 gems for the both of them. Hiya! Anyway, guys, let's begin with Signisus Steven and Deoxys. If you see this Mindscape image, I feel like I've just begun to see the shape of the world. Congratulations! You have gotten Signisus Steven and Deoxys. And he's a tech sync pair with these stats, guys. Now, this is an interesting sync pair. You have 4 trainer moves. Now, these trainer moves do not have MP. So, for those who are wondering, I actually was wondering if it's possible to use this in Battle Villa. Yes, you can use him in Battle Villa. Every single time you start the battle, you end up, or you start with these 4 trainer moves. You have Try This, you have Attack, you have Faster, and you have Defend. Depending on what trainer move you use, you transform into different forms. Try This, you remain on normal form, but your attacks, your moves become different. Attack transforms you into attack form. Faster transforms you into speed form. and Defend transforms you into Defense form. Try this by using this. It transforms, or it gives you Psychic Terrain. It raises your defense, special attack, special defense, and speed +2. And then, you know, changes up your moves. So we're gonna discuss this one by one. I would just like you to understand that you start off with this. You start off with these moves, and you start off with these passive skills. So you have downside up every single time your stat gets lowered, either from your own attacks or the opponent's attacks towards you or opponent's moves towards you. Instead of lowering your your stats, it goes up. Same thing for example, Champion State. If one of your Pokemon faints, you know, all your stats go down. There's a parameter like that, or there's a challenge whatsoever you call it like that. Instead of lowering your stats go up. Pinpoint Entry 1 basically starts you off with +1 accuracy. Now, his moves have 90% accuracy, so Pinpoint Entry 1 basically guarantees that your accuracy will be starting everything with 100% accuracy. And then Entry Freebie, your first move is free. You know, your first move does not include, you know, try this, attack faster, defend. It is the next move you use after this. So, that's how you start. That's how you start. Next, if you decide to use try this, this is what happens. You transfer, or you stay in your normal form. And the thing here is, you start off with Psychic Terrain normal form, which, you know, powers up your Psychic type moves. And then you have a nice passive skill, Fuel Economy 1. As you might know, Psycho Boost is a 4-move gauge attack, and Zen Headbutt is a 2-move gauge attack. Fuel Economy basically reduces the requirement for your move gauges, so Psycho Boost becomes a 1-move gauge attack. Zen Headbutt becomes Psycho Boost becomes a 3-move gauge attack. Zen Headbutt becomes a 1-move gauge attack. Plus, Zen Headbutt has a 20% chance of making the opponent flinch, but you have a passive skill, Aggravation 2, which basically doubles and doubles again. If I'm not mistaken, this multiplies your chances of making the opponent flinch by times 4 or something, like times 2, then times 2 again. So every single aggravation 1, I think it's a times 2, and because it's aggravation 2, it's times 2 plus times 2. So your is that how? Never mind. Just let's say that Zen Headbutt gives you a 60% chance of making the opponent flinch instead of a 20%. So same thing, Psycho Boost. If you use Psycho Boost, you get to increase your special attack +2 instead of lower your special attack +2. And the higher your stats are, your sync move becomes stronger because you have an innate Rising Tide multiplier for your sync move. He also has Protect. Wait, my mistake, guys. It's Recover. So you have 2 move gauges and 2 MP for Recover. You can use this to recover your own HP by 50%. You have Cosmic Power as well. This is a Pokemon move, and you can use this infinitely, not just once, to raise your defense and special defense +1. That's your normal form, guys, and as you can see over here, your stats are pretty much average all the way around. But once you transform into some other form, like for example, if we use Attack, we raise our special attack stat +6, maximize our critical hit rate stat, and transform into Attack form. Now again, you can only transform once per battle. You cannot just transform into normal form, then attack form, then defense form, then speed form in the same battle. You can only have one form per battle. Psycho Boost, this time, is a 4-move gauge attack. You have Protect, you can use this once. You can protect yourself, give you a damage guard next effect. As you might know, your defenses are not that high, so Protect might be very helpful. Zen Headbutt, 20% chance instead of earlier 60% chance of making the opponent flinch. Cosmic Power, raise your defense and special defense +1. Now, same thing for the sync move Multiplier. The higher your stats are raised, the stronger your attack stat. But then, your passives. You keep downside up. So every single time you use Psycho Boost, your special attack goes up instead of goes down. But then, you already maximize your special attack stat by transforming into attack form. So keep that in mind. Expanded sync is a good thing. Your sync move becomes a striker sync move, which basically means your sync move will hit everyone. But then, because he is a tech sync pair, guys, because he's a tech sync pair, if you decide to 6-star EX him, he has the tech sync move bonus, 1.5 times multiplier on his sync move. So, he basically is a tech sync pair that can hit everyone with expanded sync. Very nice. Then Power Chain 2, if you've heard of Power Chain, you know this is a worthless passive skill of the original Steven. And now, they changed the passive skill, they changed what Power Chain 2 does, has a 30% chance of giving yourself a physical moves up next and a special moves up next by 1 rank whenever you use either Psycho Boost, Protect, Zen Headbutt, or Cosmic Power. So if you decide to use Cosmic Power here and just keep using Cosmic Power, there's a chance that Power Chain 2 can give you a maximum 10 stack of physical moves up next and 10 stacks of special moves up next. Psycho Boost is a special attack, Zen Headbutt is a physical attack. And now that that happened, guys, I'm curious if the original Steven as well as other sync pairs with Power Chain will have the Power Chain change into this description, this effect. And as you might know, Power Chain is also a lucky skill. So, if it's a lucky skill, will Power Chain 2, 1 or 2 also have the effect change into this? Because this Power Chain 2 is actually very nice. So, if all the Power Chains change, I might actually recommend Power Chain as a lucky skill in the future. Oh, so yeah, that's your attack form, guys. As you might see, very high attack stat. And then the bonus here is that, again, you will hit every single opponent instead of just one opponent with your sync move. But then, defenses are not high at all. In fact, very low defenses. 109 is ridiculously low, close to SYGNA suit or close to Datamine and is it Pheromosa? Wait, is it Pheromosa? Levels. Whatever. Next! Now, let us go back here, and this time, instead of, I'm going to defend first instead of faster. So if you use defend, you get to raise the attack and special attack of all allied sync pairs by 4. You get to give yourself a damage guard next effect immediately, and changes into yourself into defense form, which give you very high defensive stats, very low speed stat, and pretty low attack stats, guys. Again, you start off immediately with a damage guard next effect, and then you give everyone in your team special attack and attack stat +4 immediately. So he becomes kind of like a support sync pair. And if you decide to use Iron Defense on him, you get to raise your defense +2 and your special defense +2 because of Team Mind Bracing Infliction +9. And together with this, Stat Share 9 gives everyone. So every single time you use Iron Defense, your everyone's defense and special defense go up +2. Now I'm curious if well, no, Stat Share doesn't do this. Stat Share, I was thinking if you use Psycho Boost, everyone will have their stats go up, but no, Stat Share does not do this. So it's just gonna be a status move that applies to, so yeah, once you use Iron Defense, everyone's defense and special defense go up +2. So you start off the battle, or you start off with your defense form with a damage guard next effect that will have sync move damage as well as prevent you from getting hit by a normal attack. And you get to raise everyone's attack and special attack +4. Plus every single time you use this, you can maximize your everyone's defensive stats. Psycho Boost, same thing. Zen Headbutt, same thing. Recover can recover your HP by 50%. You can use this twice. And that's that. That's your defense form, guys. Last but not the least, let us go to our speed form, which I think is fun. Speed form, as you might see over here, speed form is kind of like a much higher stat increase of your normal form. In fact, speed form is, I think, the most balanced out of everything with crazy speed stat. But then, why do you want to stay in normal form, guys? Again, try this. Gives you Psychic Terrain. So, the bonus of Psychic Terrain plus the bonus of Aggravation, 60% chance of making the opponent flinch, as well as it's only 1 move gauge, as well as it's his Psycho Boost is a 3 move gauge attack instead of 4. Makes normal form kind of good as well. But this one, 537 speed, is just crazy fast. You got Double Team. It's a 1 move gauge attack or 1 move gauge move that raises your evasiveness +1. And every single, or rather, once you use either Recover or Double Team for the very first time, you get to lower your sync move countdown by 2 immediately. And I think I forgot to mention this, but faster lowers your sync move countdown by 2, maximizes your speed stat, increases your evasiveness +3. So maximum speed stat immediately, not to mention your speed stat is already crazy high. Lowers your sync move countdown -2 and raises your evasiveness +3. By using Double Team or Recover for the first time, you get to lower your sync move countdown by another 2. Meaning you get to use your sync move extremely quickly with any of your Pokemon by converting or by transforming into speed form. And then once you use Double Team or Recover, you get a move gauge acceleration as well. And then, yeah, you just have to use 3 Double Teams to maximize your evasiveness stat. You got Recover as well to recover some health. And then, you know, 4 move gauge is probably not a problem here because of your extremely high speed stat for SYGNA Suit Steven in his speed form. So crazy high speed stat for his speed form. So yeah, guys, that is SYGNA Suit Steven and Deoxys. And now, is he a nice sync pair? He's a 4-in-1 sync pair. And yeah, he's kind of like it's very interesting how I would describe this. I don't even know what mode I want him to have. I think in Battle Villa, I would either go for speed form or attack. Probably defense form will be the least that I use because of the low speed stat. I think I would want to go normal form, attack form, or speed form. But then there are benefits to having him at defense form as well. Again, a 4-in-1 sync pair. Sad thing about this is that you do not get support sync pair 6-star EX bonus. Like if you go defense form, if you use your sync move, it will not give you a double sync buff unlike normal support sync pairs. That's the only thing that's not so good about this, I think. If you want more info about this one, the numbers and everything, you can check out my Scout or Skip video for SYGNA Suit Steven coming out tomorrow. Now with the Sync Grid, guys. Sync Grid, 1 out of 5, you get 1 Sync Nuke Tiles, Space Rock Psycho Boost. 2 out of 5, you get 2 Sync Nuke Tiles. 3 out of 5, you get the last Sync Nuke Tile. So you might see over here, move gauge or 2 out of 5, you got double team, double team. These are for the speed form. So double team, move gauge, refresh 9, basically your move gauge or your double team will be free because double team only uses 1 move gauge. And then double team pep rally 1 raises the speed stat of everyone as well when you use double team. Morale boost plus 9 raises your special attack by 2 stat ranks when you use a move. So when SYGNA Suit Steven uses attack, defend, try this, and faster, you get to raise your special attack plus 2. You can only have this once. And if you're going attack form, do not go for morale boost 9 because that's worthless. You get to raise your attack stat immediately. In terms of, you don't exactly need this because just by using a Psycho Boost 3 times, you get to maximize your special attack stat. So I think this is overkill. Then you got move gauge refresh 2. 30% chance of charging your move gauge by 1 whenever you use a move using Deoxys. 3 out of 5, you got critical odds 9 or critical odds plus 9. So again, skip this if you have attack form. But if you have the other forms and then you use your trainer move, either defend, faster, or try this, you get to raise your critical hit rate plus 2. Disarm 9, I'm not sure where I want to go for this one. Probably I'm going for this for my normal form. Lowers the opponent's attack and special attack by 1 whenever the opponent is flinching, trapped, or confused. You can make the opponent flinch by using Zen Headbutt or by using any other sync pair that does this. As you might know, Anniversary Skyla has this and it works perfectly for her. I'm not exactly sure how perfectly it will work for SYGNA Suit Steven considering you can only hit 1 enemy. But maybe there's much better tiles for him, but who knows, guys. Furious Brain, the higher your special attack stat is, the stronger your attacks become. The stronger your Psycho Boost and Zen Headbutt becomes with Furious Brain. So you might see over here, that's the only attack move multiplier and no sync move multipliers for SYGNA Suit Steven here. Iron Defense move gauge refresh 9 is for defense form. So if you're not going defense form, do not go for this one. Psycho Boost buy 1 get 1 for 50% chance of giving you a free move next whenever you use Psycho Boost. I think this is a good one. Can work with any form. Probably do not give this in speed form, but it's also your option because speed form already has very high speed stat. Then Recover Master Healer 1 as well as Recover MP Refresh 2. Give this to forms with Recover. Then there's Soften Up 1. People are asking, I've seen in Facebook, why do you need Soften Up 1 when you can maximize your critical hit rate? Well, remember that once you use a sync move, your critical hit rate automatically goes down -1 without you noticing, just for that sync move. So you have, whenever you use a sync move, it's -1 critical hit rate all the time. And +2 critical hit rate is an 80% chance of landing a critical hit. He excels in, you just want to land critical hits all the time with sync moves. So Soften Up 1 basically guarantees that once you raise your critical hit rate, you get to hit the opponent with all the time critical sync moves. And for attack form, I think this is necessary. So that's SYGNA Suit Steven and Deoxys. I'm going to very quickly pass through Maxi and Groudon. So you can see over here, he is a Master Fair and he's a striker. And the good thing about Maxi is that once you enter the battle, Sunburst will make the weather sunny. Solar Surge 3 will make your move gauge charge faster when the weather is sunny, as well as power up your attacks when the weather is sunny, and Drought Alert 5 extends the duration of sun. You can pair him up with any other sync pair that relies on sun, Like for example, SYGNA Suit Erica, like for example, Silver, or probably SYGNA Suit Morty. Very good. You have Precipice Blades hits everyone. 4 move gauge attack, strong ground type attack. And then Solar Beam, a special attack that hits, you know, when it's sunny, it's just 1 turn. If it's not sunny, you have to take 2 turns to charge this. And then there's Dire Hit Plus, as well as Expand the Land, which can give you a special or super effective up next when the weather is sunny. For this, for sync pairs that rely a lot on the weather, you want to give Weathered Warrior 3 as it applies to both attack moves and sync moves. And even though it's not a critical hit, it will also apply. But then when the weather stops becoming sunny, your multiplier goes away. For the sync grid over here, you got, let's just talk about the multipliers as you can see over here. Solar Beam, Critical Strike 1 at 2 out of 5. Solar Beam, Charging Sun 5 at 3 out of 5. You got a super duper effective 1, powers up your moves if the opponent is weak to those moves. You got 1 sync move multiplier, Solar Flare 5, powers up your move or your sync move when the weather is sunny. As well as Super Sun 4. When you use an attack on the opponent, have a chance of giving yourself a super effective up next effect with which can apply to both your sync moves and normal attacks. One thing I like about this one also is Solar Propulsion 1. 20% chance of reducing your sync move countdown if the weather is sunny and you use a move. And Solar Sync, when you use your sync move for the very first time, the weather turns sunny. That's Maxi and Groudon. Now for the last sync pair in this list, we have Archie and Kyogre happening on August 15, ends on August or October 1. And he is basically the water counterpart of Maxi. You have Origin Pulse, hits everyone. You have Thunder, instead of a 2 move gauge attack, this is a 3 move gauge attack. It has a 70% accuracy, but if it is raining, you never miss, and have a 30% chance of leaving the target paralyzed. X special attack is his trainer move, as well as Open the Oceans. This time, you can only use Open the Oceans once instead of twice, unlike Maxi's, whatchamacallit, Expand the Land. And then, Open the Oceans basically raises your accuracy by 1, maximizes your critical hit rate, lowers your defense and special defense, as well as raises the user's special attack. You can just read this on your own and give you a gradual healing effect when the weather is rainy. Now, as you might see over here, he cannot give himself a super effective up next by using his trainer move. But then, he's pretty, his grid is a little bit more defensive than stuff. And his stats, I kind of discussed this before when I was discussing Archie. If you compare Maxi and Archie's stats over here, Archie is 414 attack, 336 special attack. Meanwhile, Archie, who uses special attack only, is at 278. Why is that, guys? It's because Maxi, normally guys, ground type moves and grass type moves do not get powered up by sun. So, you only got Solar Surge 3 plus whatever tiles you got in his sync grid to power up your attacks. Meanwhile, for Archie, water type moves are powered up by rain. So that automatically, and rather his sync move as well, gets powered up by rain. So that kind of accounts for the lowered special attack stat. And by the way, I forgot to mention that both of them have their master passives. Maxi has a master passive, Hoenn Pride, which basically raises the attack damage and lowers the receive attack damage. Meanwhile, Archie increased special attack damage and lowered special attack receive damage. Downpour basically makes the weather rain at start of the battle. Shower Surge 3 charges your move gauge. faster as well as powers up your attacks. Flood Alert 5 extends rain. And same thing for Maxi. I would recommend Weathered Warrior 3 as the lucky skill here because he relies a lot on weather. Now for the grid, 1 out of 5 you got X Special Attack MP Refresh 2. Let me just discuss again the multipliers. Thunder, Paralysis Synergy 1 if the opponent's paralyzed, stronger. Healthy Power Up 1 if your HP is full, stronger damage. Thunder Raging Rain 5 if it is raining, your thunder gets stronger. Super Rain 4, 50% chance of giving yourself super effective up next if it is raining. And then Shower Power 3 powers up your sync move when the weather is rainy. Now if you compare this, Shower Power 3 compared to Solar Flare 5, Maxi has a stronger multiplier here, but then again, your sync move already gets powered up by rain. So that accounts for the little difference there. And then, as you can see over here, you got Leg Up 1. At the start of the battle, you have a chance of reducing your sync move countdown. You got the Rain Gear 2, reduces damage when you're hit by an attack move when the weather is rainy. So Archie's a little bit more defensive in terms of his kit compared to Maxi. But both of them are extremely nice. And in terms of these three guys, who do you want to scout for? Well, let's look at their stats right now. And this is a little bit confusing to look at because SYGNA Suit Steven has 4 different forms. Normal form, or rather, if you compare their HP, SYGNA Suit Steven has the lowest HP out of the 3. Archie has the highest HP out of the 3. Steven's attack form has the highest attack stat out of the bunch, but the defense form has the lowest attack stat out of the bunch. Sorry, I failed to make that blue. In terms of defenses, SYGNA Suit Steven's attack form has the lowest defense, but defense form has the highest defense. Special attack, same thing. SYGNA Suit Steven excels while his attack form excels, defense form kind of below. And then special defense, still SYGNA Suit Steven with defense form having the highest special defense. In terms of speed stat, defense form has the lowest speed. Speed form has the highest speed stat. In fact, the speed stat of speed form is way above everyone else's speed stat. And where does that leave Maxi and Archie? Well, I think it's, remember that they are master sync pairs. So they automatically got like increased attack stat, increased special attack stat for their normal attacks, but not their sync moves. And then also for the defenses and special defenses, if they get hit by normal attacks, either physical attack for Maxi and special attack for Archie, you get to reduce the damage you receive for normal attacks. But then stats are not everything. And the multipliers, as you can see over here, SYGNA Suit Steven surprisingly has very few multipliers. Built-in only for a tech sync pair. Built-in Rising Tide. The higher his stats are, the stronger the sync move becomes. Rare to see a tech sync pair with only 1 multiplier now. For the normal multipliers, attack move multipliers, you have Furious Brain, 3 out of 5. The higher your special attack stat is, the stronger your normal attacks are. You got physical moves up next and special moves up next with your attack form Power Chain 2, 30% chance of raising them. Then for Maxi, you got a lot to do with Sun, 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 Sun. Super duper effective 1, super effective up next, can be triggered with Super Sun or by using your trainer move. And then Solar Flare 5 at 3 out of 5 deals with Sun, Sun, Sun as well. Meanwhile, Archie over here, Rain, 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 Healthy Power Up 1 if your HP is full, you get to deal a little bit stronger damage. You have Paralysis Synergy for Thunder. If the opponent is paralyzed, you get to deal stronger damage. And then most of the others are just Rain, 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 Shower Power 3. Again, a little bit lower than Solar Flare 5. But then the rain automatically increases your water type attacks already, guys. Now, why should you scout? Why should you skip? SYGNA with Steven, 4 sync pairs in 1. In terms of who among the 4 forms you want to take on, again, I'm not sure, but attack form apparently has the highest multipliers, and attack form, you know, you get the benefit of a 1.5 times multiplier with your sync move. Tech benefit hits everyone, plus built-in rising tide. Again, he is ending together with the other, currently the other Hoenn sync pairs. So he ends on August 27. You do not have a lot of time to scout for him. Perfect bait banner, as I would say. Perfect bait banner. Meanwhile, Maxi and Archie are staying until October 1. So you can hold on to your gems, honestly, and not scout for them. You do not have to rush this. The only reason why you want to scout right now, probably want to scout for them right now, is to have an easier time with the Extreme Battle event that is happening, as well as 2 more Extreme Battles events are coming. Lucre's Tenacity, as well as I forgot their own Extreme Battle event, but they have an Extreme Battle event coming. And without Maxi and Archie, you might have a difficult time with that. So, you know, but we got Zinnia, and Zinnia might actually work well now with an expanded sync grid plus reliance on weather. So maybe Zinnia will be able to handle this. But then, if you want to have an easier time with their Extreme Battle event, then scout for Maxi and Archie as quickly as possible. But you can hold on to your gems for them. But as usual, choose your faves and not the meta. Who cares about the anniversary coming, right? If you like these guys, then waste all your gems away. Say goodbye to your gems, use them all up. Goodbye anniversary sync pairs, whoever they are. That's one of the things, guys. I kind of recommend you to, if you really desperately are unable to buy gems and are worried that you might run out of gems and something, I highly recommend you to wait for the next Datamine coming. You know, just in case the Datamine does not come out on the 26th, just scout for SYGNA with Steven on the very last, or 26 or the 27th, then scout for SYGNA with Steven on that day. But impossibly high chance, 99% chance Datamine comes out before their banners go away. So you can wait, and then for Maxi and Archie, you can probably wait until next month or something before scouting. But then those are the release dates again, August 10 to August 27. August 15 to October 1, very far. October 1 is still a long way to go. But let's not forget that we have these sync pairs. And for me, Luker and Courtney are bait. So if you haven't scouted for them, if you're on the fence of scouting for them, save up your gems, scout for SYGNA with Steven instead or something. Brendan, I've used him. Once you run out of potion, he becomes kind of not so good. Unlike the other support sync pairs out there that have a way of recovering HP, has regen, has synchro healing, has something like that, the only way Brendan recovers is by potion. So once his potion runs out, you're pretty much doomed. But he's not so bad. He's not so bad. Free Venge 9 is good, but then I think sync pairs like SYGNA Morty are much better than Brendan and LATIOS. Even LATIOS, rather. Even though he has the highest special defense in the game, I think some other sync pairs are a little bit better than SYGNA Brendan. And then SYGNA May, very strong sync nuke. Highest sync nuke in the game as far as I know. But she's fire type. and you get to lower the opponents, a lot of stats for the opponents for that. So Sickness with May, pretty good as well. In fact, if I were to rank everything, I'd rank either Sickness with May or Sickness with Steven 1, and then the other one 2, and then the last one Sickness with Brendan. These two are skipped because they're coming out in the anniversary banners. So that's that. But if you want an in-depth description, in-depth look at them, you can check out my other August Sync Pairs Who to Scout for video, where I discuss each one of them, or look at my showcase videos. Links will probably be in the description. But with that said, check out my How Many Gems Can We Get video if you haven't seen it yet. Best Boy Nolan has a sync grid, expanded sync grid already. With that said, that concludes my August Sync Pairs Who to Scout for video part 2. And I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up as well as subscribe if you haven't. I'm probably not gonna sleep after this. Go straight to my yoga class and then probably sleep during the day, or I'll take a 30-minute nap after recording this. I don't know yet, but that's my sacrifice for you guys. I hope you appreciate it. If you want to support me and my sacrifices and everything, you can become a member of my channel. Click on the join button, or I'll appreciate the thumbs up, a comment, and a share to others, or anything you want. Just a thumbs up. I'm just asking for that, as well as a comment. I'll try to reply as soon as possible. If I cannot reply, I'll give a heart and a thumbs up as well. But yeah, that's it. My awesome members who have gifted membership. Shout out to you guys. Thank you, Shadow Phil and Jeremy, for giving these people memberships. And for those in the list, welcome. You are precious members of this channel. I hope to see you more often in the chat, as well as in the comments, as well as everywhere in my streams, so on and so forth. Thank you. There are so many of you. I am so thrilled. And thank you as well to my awesome members who have supported me over the past year, as well as almost 2 years. Thank you, Shadowville. Thank you, Marokman. Thank you, Aryan. Thank you, Tacman. Thank you, Alcin. Roy. Thank you, Luca. Thank you, Jeremy. Blaze. Sasri Ambrion. Thank you, Marcella. Lance Nice. Ewiz. Tatsuya Gold. Thank you, Apsaris. Thank you all for the support. And it's very late now. I think I'll see what time this video ends. But with that said, this is Sol, also known as SPL Gum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, the artist team Skull Grunt. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Rawr.